Hi, it's Deanne. It's so exciting to get to this place in your relationship where you're ready to combine households. And it can be very taxing, right? It's a lot of brain reserve to have to decide, what do I keep, what goes, what's it going to be like together, what are our shared values? And it's really easy to get to this place of scarcity or feeling like you've compromised too much, and then it just turns into a lot of conflict. So, what do? Well, you start by getting really clear about what you value. And so, as you have feelings come up, like as you have, oh, am I going to be able to? Or, oh, I don't like this. Like, ask yourself, what matters to me about this? What meaning am I attaching to this? And that way, when your partner gets to that place as well, like saying, oh no, I need this. And you start to panic because you're like, I feel like I've already compromised a ton and I don't feel like I have it in me anymore, right? And so it's easy for you to react with like, but you got so much, or no, we can't do that. And instead of being reactive, get curious. Just like you ask yourself, ask your partner, what does this mean to you? How do you want to be able to experience yourself if you got that thing, right? If you got that workshop or that office space or that dedicated hobby spot, what would that mean to you? And what value does that check off? You can think of it as a pie chart, right? And if one part of the pie is overloaded, but then all the other pieces aren't getting their share, it actually turns into a great negotiation tool. Okay, so when you're clear about what your values are, it's easier to then confront, but lovingly, right? Confront with questions to show that you're on the same team, that you want to understand your partner and where it comes from. That helps build trust. And then you might end up saying something like, well, I can understand that that's a high value of yours. And when I notice the amount of resources, which might be time, energy, attention, space, the amount of resources that go towards that value, it seems like there's some other values of mine or ours that aren't getting quite as much. And so I would feel better if we satisfy more of those others first, and then we can come back to this and bolster that one up. So in some ways, you're saying no by saying yes to something else. You're saying later, right? Or not yet. It doesn't mean you're shutting them down or giving them reasons why they don't need it. That's one of the quickest ways when we're defensive like that, to then be met with the partner saying, well, then you don't need this other thing, right? It becomes this competition instead of just understanding each other, that you're going to have different values, different high priorities, and that it's about negotiating those instead of getting into competition about them. Then you feel more trust. Then you feel more like a team. Do it together.